Hi, I'm Vanessa Calloway. You may know me as an actress for film, stage, and television, but did you know that I'm a breast cancer survivor? And along with the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation, I want to welcome you into my company of friends. Come on in. I'm going to tell you one thing, too, and I want your opinion on this. Back when Twinkie and I, especially when we were young women, and Felicia, they say, oh, women can have it all. We can have it all.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, yes and no. I mean, can we have it all? Because I think that something somewhere along the way suffers. Something's going to suffer somewhere. And it may not all suffer at the same time.
Right.
It may like be great here, and then that slacks later on here, and then this grows here. But can we have it all? Can we have health, wealth, love, family, success, career? Because they sold us a bill of goods that I'm not so sure.
Well, I missed the whole dating portion. I missed the whole. I wrote a book. My book is a compilation of my blog posts. But I missed that whole dating portion of how to be available and not chase. So my masculine energy side would take over. Every relationship would end in 2 years or less because I would chase. I would give gifts. You gave me a gift, I gave you a gift that costs 10 times more. I'm gifting you for gifting me.
Wow.
Yeah. Which makes absolutely no sense because my gift is just to be in your presence that I know now. But then at that time I was like, oh, well, he gave me a card, I'm going to buy him a watch.
Yeah.
And now you've outdone him. And I missed that whole section.
The lesson about letting the man be a man.
And marriage and all of that. I've been married. That marriage fell apart. It's just, there was a lot. Like she said, something will fall by the wayside. I was so in my masculine energy, work was going great. I didn't know how to have a relationship. I didn't even know how to date.
And not just that, did they know how to? I feel like women my age, we feel a lot of resentment toward older women because of how they raise the men that we're trying to date. We're like, why did you raise?
Take a sip of
Wait, hey, y'all.
Like, listen.
I didn't have no sons though, so I'm excluded from that conversation, but go on.
Like, it's like, did you raise the type of man that you would date, that you want to date?
Now
you
that's
didn't.
a good point.
You didn't. And you want me to love him unconditionally and treat him the way you treated him, but he is not my child.
Right.
He's supposed to be my partner.
And that's not
Good for
sexy
you.
either, because if you treat him like a child, there's no
it's
sex.
deep, and we going through it. Women are going through it.
I'm sorry.
Do you guys still believe you can have it all? Do you still buy into that? Because that's what they sold us. That's the bill of goods they sold us. What are you millennials thinking of? You guys believe that?
I think you define what all is for you, but I don't think we're as focused on marriage and relationships as other generations were. I think we're taking the approach of like, man, I'm just gonna focus on me and hope that I attract the type of energy I want. But let me tell you something, if I don't, I'll be by myself. Maybe if I eventually want a baby, you could give me one.
That's what I'm saying. You can't. That's what I'm saying.
Because it's too difficult, and it's to your point. It's like compromise. Why would I settle or compromise to meet anyone where they are? If I deserve something else. And it's not to say I don't need you. It's just to say, what are you providing in comparison to what I'm giving you? It's
you got to bring more to the table than an appetite. That's what you're saying.
Let me tell you something.
So where do you guys meet? Like, how do y'all, where do like minds meet in your generation?
We don't.
Men and really?
No, on the Instagram and text. That's what they mean.
No, we're struggling.
They meet on Instagram and text.
The Vineyard. There's not like a place where you go, like college. Like,
I think a lot of people
that's
like
what
you meet people in college, right? But again, if we're a generation, we're not thinking of college no more. It's like, oh, I'm gonna meet my husband here, right?
Well, yes.
So
I understand.
So if you're not doing that and then you graduate, you're focused on your career. I think too, like, we never thought it would be an issue. Even though it was for other generations. We were just like, listen, we got more opportunities. We have more opportunities for our career. Let's focus on that. It'll be men around. It'll be fine men around. And then we get into the dating pool and we like, oh, this is way more difficult than we thought it would be.
Of course. Did you buy into it, Felicia? Did you buy into that?
What is happening?
Did you buy into it?
I don't know our generation part of it, but I'm listening to her. I have twins that's 25.
Boys?
One of each.
Oh, okay.
I have whore and I have a college graduate. Okay.
Oh, I got to drink on
Anyway,
that.
so she's all about her 6 digits. So
Securing the
she
bag, as
she
it
sounds
were.
like you a little bit because she's like, I don't need to date him.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So
For me, it's not money though. It's just I need you at bare minimum to be able to do what I do for myself in every capacity, not just
I
financially.
think that's universal across the, because I feel that way.
Yeah,
even as a,
and not just
when I was-
financially. How I make myself feel
as
beautiful.
as your
You
mama
gotta
would
make-
tell you, you could do bad by yourself.
Right.
Yes.
That's what my mama used to tell me.
Yes.
You do bad by yourself. So I
At
don't need you
minimum.
to save me or rescue me.
Absolutely.
But I need you to be equal. I need you to at least
Yes.
come
I
to,
need
to
I
the
don't need
table.
you paying my bills. I don't need you paying my bills.
I have been saved, and let me tell you, it's awesome. I'm not gonna lie to none of y'all.
was raised.
He cooks, he does it. I'm saved and I'm thankful.
Are you in love, Twinkie?
Yes, very much so. He takes care of
You guys
everything.
great.
Vacation.
Now I'll tell you, now I like a man to be a man now.
Yes, and he's
Because I got a man too. It's
Yes.
like I like a man to be a man.
But it's weird. It's like
but
our
I'm not gonna
generation-
try. I'm not gonna try to do you. You
Yes,
do you, and
he
I'm gonna
does him.
support you, and you gonna let me do me, and you're
Yes,
gonna support
amen.
me.
But it's
Yes.
like our generation, they're complaining about paying for dates. Like it's
No,
a,
no.
like it's an issue.
No,
they're
no,
complaining about
no.
it. Like men are complaining. Why do I have to always pay?
That's a deal breaker.
It's equal.
Yeah,
Why-
that's a deal breaker
That's
for
a
me.
deal breaker.
But they're doing that.
Because
Men
you're
our
courting.
generation-
Because you know what y'all
Yeah.
don't do. Y'all don't court no more. You're courting me,
But
baby.
it's
No, they-
And I tell my daughters all the time, they gotta court you.
Right.
You gotta be courted. It's still that's an old fashioned word. I
Yes, it
know.
is.
But it's
Well, wait,
it's
what does that mean? Set it up for me now, because I need to understand.
And it's
what's
hard because we
happening.
finding that fine balance of wanting to be courted, but at the same time too keeping it real that we sometimes we don't want to be courted.
What does that mean?
why don't you want to be courted?
Sometimes we just want similar things that they want in the moment. Like we don't always want.
See,
we
that's
don't always
I'm
want
gonna
a
take be honest with you.
relationship.
That is the thing. See, this gets into health too.
So it's
No,
hard.
No, wait a minute. This gets back into health too, because that
Okay.
is the thing that y'all really confused me. Because see, when I was young, if I slept with you, you was my man.
Right.
Right.
Getting make no mistake
Yeah, but
about
we-
it.
but we-
Let me finish.
Right.
You was my man if I gave up the goods.
Right.
We was boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right.
Now y'all just be sport.
But
you
what-
know
but
what I'm
what-
saying?
but what happens-
And it's like.
There is a thing called Cuddy Buddy, and sometimes
I mean, I
you know
get
they
that,
have
but
and it's not- it's
but
not
wait, wait, no,
Cuddy too
Twinkie, we all had
like a
them.
good
We
Cuddy
all
Buddy.
had that back. If you can't be with the one you love the one
Love
you with
the one you
moments.
with.
But they have
was
this
awesome.
like they have these relationships. Now we've all had those one night stands, or whatever you want
Yes,
to call
yes.
it. We've had
That
those
was
moments.
great.
But these kids be having these relationships where it's like, oh no, that's not my man. But I'm like, but you see him on a regular basis.
But it's not. But it's not. It's not that
But
you.
he's not my
it's
man.
It's not that you not
Right.
my man.
But you
It's I
sleeping
don't
with
want to
him,
be
that
your
ain't your-
girl.
Why?
But why y'all be sleeping
I don't
with
want to
him?
be your girl.
But why y'all be sleeping with him if you ain't his girl?
Because everybody has needs. Like sometimes
Child,
you just
you
want
better
to
get Billy.
satisfy
You better get Billy with a bullet, honey.
Oh
Okay.
yes.
Child.
Listen.
Okay, so you
No, but listen, it's a different. This is the thing. This is my philosophy. I'm not encouraging sleeping around. What I'm saying is that the idea of, oh, I just like you or I love you, so now I'm your girl, I don't subscribe to, in the sense of like, what are you doing to earn my monogamy? I'm not automatically monogamous
I
to
get
you.
that, but why are you sleeping with people that you don't want
But
to
it
be
don't have to
involved
be
with?
sex, Ms. Vanessa.
Okay.
It could be you going on a date with a guy. It could be
I
anything.
get the date. I get the dating. I'm talking about when it becomes the cuddle buddies on a regular
Yeah.
basis. That's what I'm talking about in
Right.
particular. And I know that goes on.
Right.
Trust me, because I've had talks with. I'm not giving people's business away, but people I know very intimately.
'Cause
I'm
I'm
like,
friends
why
with
are
them
you
too.
sleeping with him if that's not your man?
Because some people want that freedom. It's just, I don't know. I think we're just different.
Okay, so wait.
It's. I think it's less about, oh, I don't want you to be my man, more than it
Okay.
is, I don't want to be your girl.
Okay, so when you say that
Wow.
they have to bring something to the table, then what is it that they need to bring to the table that you feel they need to have? What do they need to bring to the table? What is that?
You mean
thing?
for like a relationship?
Yes.
I mean, I think for me, it's like what I said is you have to at bare minimum do what I'm already doing for myself. So like I provide myself with financial stability. So I need you to not be confused in what you're doing with your career. I need you to at least have.
But don't you
a
find
track-
that out in the dating process? When you're dating and you're talking and you're having those real conversations with better questions than what do you do and how much money do you make?
Absolutely.
You ask those,
Absolutely.
those broad questions. Then you get to learn as you date said person, oh, okay, mental note, he's not there yet, still living with mommy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, Twinkie.
Absolutely.
Note to self.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. No, that's exactly what it is. You find out as you're dating. I'm talking about once you're.
No, you find out at the date.
Yeah, no, at the date. The date.
That is the date.
For one of the first questions is, and where do you live?
Right.
And Mommy says, well, my parents, you go, oh,
Awesome.
note to self. It's getting late.
No.
And you're how
Have a
old?
great time.
30. What's your friend? Thank you so much.
And that's a lot of
Such a
that.
lovely evening.
And then when he texts you, you don't respond. You just go.
No, that's real. I'm not saying not to do
Roll on
that.
out.